back to the channel. We are getting ready to make this fun and easy texture type of hat. This is a chunky hat. I'm using chunky yarn. And so here's the supplies you would need. I am using I Love This Chunky yarn, which is right here. I love this chunky yarn. I'm going to be using a number 8 crochet hook. You are going to need a pair of scissors along with a tapestry needle. So let's go ahead and get started with this tutorial. Now this is a quick and easy tutorial, so you should be able to follow along really easily. We are going to start with a slip knot, so go ahead and make a slip knot, wrap the yarn around 2 fingers and pull through. Go ahead and chain up 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch to join into the first ring, the first chain right here. And we're going to slip stitch to join to make a ring. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And directly inside of this ring, I want you to make 11 double crochets. And the chain 3 is counted as the first double crochet. So we're going to have a total of 12 double crochets. So go ahead and put 11 double crochets directly into the center, and I'll be back. I have a total of 12 double crochets into the center. I'm going to go directly on top of the chain 3, and then I'm just going to do a slip stitch to join. Chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. Go back into the same chain where you did the chain up 3 and put another double crochet. And now into your next stitch, you're going to put 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and we're going to repeat that all the way around, where we're going to be putting 2 double crochets into each stitch around, and you're going to have a total of 24 double crochets. So go ahead and put 2 double crochets into each stitch around, and I'll meet you back. I went all the way around and I have a total of 24 double crochets. And I'm going to count 3, 1, 2, 3 on top of the chain 3. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch to join, chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to put 2 double crochets into your next stitch. In the same stitch, that's 1 and 2. And we're going to alternate this one all the way around, where we're going to put in the next stitch 1 double crochet, into the next stitch 2 double crochets. Repeat this all the way around, alternating 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochets, and I'll see you back at the beginning. Okay, so I went all the way around. I'm going to do a slip stitch on the top of my chain 3. Go ahead and chain up 3, and into your next stitch put 1 double crochet, and in the third stitch you're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And we're going to alternate this one all the way around. This is what we call an increase. So do 1 double crochet, and then the next stitch do 1 double crochet, and then in the third stitch put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, and repeat that all the way around, and I'll be back once I get all the way around. All right, so I have made it all the way around, so I'm just going to go on top of my chain 3, and I'm going to do a slip stitch, and now I'm going to chain up 3 as always, and then in the next stitch I'm going to do 1 double crochet, and in the next stitch I'm going to do 1 double crochet. In the fourth stitch I'm going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And again, we continue with our increase. So here we go. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet in the next, 1 double crochet in the third, and then in the fourth stitch, go ahead and put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. All right, so I made it around, so I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch to join. And as always, we're going to go ahead and chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. And now what we're getting ready to do is what we call a This is your front because it's facing you, and this is your back loop. So you have a front loop and a back loop. We are going to start with double crocheting and the back loop only. So instead of grabbing both of them, you're just going to go to your back loop only and do a double crochet. So again, this is your front because it's facing you, and there's the back. Just go right into the back loop and go all the way around doing a double crochet only in your back loop. And I'll see you when I get back around. All right guys, so I am back and I went a complete round of my back loop only. So we are going to be alternating back loop and front loop. So okay, I just did my back loop, so I'm going to mark that out. I'm going to go about 8 rows. So you can do it like this, or if you remember which row you on, however you want to do it, or you can even use stitch markers. So now we're getting ready to do the front loop. So I'm going to go ahead and do what we always do, and that is slip stitch to join. And once I slip stitch to join, I am going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm working on the front loop. Now I told you the loop right here is your front, the one back here is your back. So you wrap your yarn around the hook, and now you're going to go through the front loop only. Okay, my yarn got tangled. So I'm just going to pull my yarn and I'm just going through the front loop, making sure you only get the front loop, and do my double crochet. The first one is always the toughest, but anything after that is a lot easier. So you got 2 right here, front and back. We just pulling the front, and we're going to do our double crochet. So go all the way around and do 1 double crochet in the front loop only. All right, and I'll meet you back. All right guys, so I finished that row of front loop only. I'm going to slip stitch to join. And now all we're going to do is continue to do 1 row, chain of 3 each time you get done. I'm going to check out that I did the front loop so I can know now I'm on my back loop. You can do it that way, or like I said, put a stitch marker here. I am going to do a total of 8 rows of alternating front and back loop only. So now I'm in the back loop, so I'm just working right there in the back. And I'm going to do that row, check it off, and then I'm going to go to my front loop. So go ahead and do a total of 8 rows, and once you get finished with your 8 rows, I'll be back. All right guys, so I did a total of 6 rows. I only did a total of 6 rows, but you can do 7 or 8, as many as you need. So I'm going to go ahead and chain up 3. And once I chain up my 3, what we're getting ready to do is what we call front post and back post. So chain up 3, wrap the yarn around your hook, and insert your crochet hook between that next stitch. Go in and complete your double crochet. And that is our front post. Now we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook. We're going to come in through the back way of the next double crochet. And then we're just going to pull through. So now we're in the process of doing front post, back post. I'll show you a couple more times. Wrap the yarn around your hook. There's our next stitch. We're going to go right in between it. Grab our yarn and do our double crochet. Now we're going to wrap our yarn, and now we're going to go in through the back way in the next stitch and pull it backwards to do our double crochet. So I want you to go all the way around doing a front post, and the next stitch a back post. Slow the thing down if you need to really see, but that's the front. I'm going in the front, I'm pulling from the front, and now I'm grabbing the yarn and I'm pulling that stitch to the back to complete my double crochet. So do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning. All right guys, so I'm back. So I went a whole round of all the way around, doing a front post and back post. And this is how your work should be looking so far. So now we're just going to chain up one. And now in each stitch around, we're just going to do one single crochet in each of the stitch around. You might need to go only one row, or you can go 2 rows of the single crochet. But to do a single crochet, just put your yarn through both, grab the yarn, you have 2 loops, pull through both. So go ahead and you can do a 1 row of single crochet or 2 rows of single crochet. 1 if it fits the way you want to, 2 if you need it to be a little more snug. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 rows. I'll let you know exactly how many when I get back. All right guys, so I am back and I went a total of 2 rounds of single crochets. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fasten off because I don't have enough yarn to do anything else. So I'm just going to take my tapestry needle and I'm just going to sew this in some, and then I'm going to go in the center of this hat and sew this loose piece in as well. And then I'll be back with my mannequin to show you how this hat looks on my mannequin. All right guys, I'll be right back. All right guys, so I just want to bring it outside so you can really see the texture of this hat. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and easy hat pattern. It gives it nice texture, and with the chunky yarn, I'm gonna show you how it looks with chunky and without it being chunky. So you can use the chunky yarn and you can use your 4-ply yarn. You can do this stitch in cotton yarn, whatever yarn you have available. The objective here is to get those little ridges that you see. And you know I love my front and back post because it gives it a nice texture and design. I love it guys, and I think she loves it too. Just kidding. But anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the video. I appreciate it so very much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.